Okay, so we're gonna start in Tehillim 13 is a very interesting Tehillim, number 13. This Tehillim is talking about the suffering of the person when a person is in Galut. In Galut. But we have Galut as a nation. Am Israel had 4 Galuyot. Yes. The famous 4 Galuyot, where the 4 Galut, and the big Galut is Mitzrayim, which is all of them, the 4 of them. But the main Galut that Am Israel had, that we have been going through, why do we have Galut? Why is there need for Galut? Why do we have to leave our land, leave our place, and go to be strangers? Why? What is that? It's a big suffering.
Because for tikkun.
It's a tikkun. What's a tikkun? That as if we're doing what is a Retzon Hashem, we're doing what Hashem wants, meaning to say, what does Hashem want from the Jewish people? Why did He choose us? Because He wants us to bring everybody back to Hashem, back to Him. But to bring everybody back to Him, we have to keep the Torah, because the Torah makes us holy. When other people see us, oh look, the holy people, they give tzedakah, ve'afta l'recha kamocha, they love each other, they're great, truly the chosen people. We want to be like them. We want to also get close to Hashem. So it's a Kiddush Hashem, so they come close to us. We don't have to go and marry them and be with them, because then that defeats the purpose. We become like them. No. We do it by example. Right? So Hashem gave us very, very good tools to do this. To be able to bring the world back to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. What is the tools? What did He give us? Neshama. Neshama, very holy neshama. Which is, this holy neshama is manifested in the intellect. Why most of the people that got the Nobel Peace Prize is Jewish? Why?
I don't know.
Right? You don't have a lot of...
Excuse me, what is manifest? What's mean manifest?
Shows itself. The neshama shows itself in the intelligence.
Yes.
So because the neshama sits in the intellect. Remember, we learned about it. The neshama sits in the intellect. So the Jewish people are very smart. Yes. They're very smart because they need to be very smart. Yes. Because they need to be very holy, and they need to get close to Kadosh Baruch Hu. So they need to have a great neshama, so they have a great mind. But now, if you use that mind for yourself, for business, to become more wealthy, to use it for yourself, to elevate yourself, and you don't use it for a selfless, to bring the world back to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you don't use it what it was given for, you are taking the tools that Hashem gave you to use it for the good of the people, and you're using it for you.
Excuse me, can you find Hashem in your neshama?
Sure, of course.
How do you find Hashem in your neshama?
When you make your ego small. When you make your ego small.
Okay.
The more small, it's there. You don't need to do anything magic. No magic.
Okay, yeah.
But when you have a big ego, only me is the most important thing, and even not like we just all day we're just thinking about ourselves. We're in the bubble. My problems, my son, my husband, my children, my house, my job, my money, my future, my past, my suffering, my marriage, my this, my that. It's very good. It's okay, because you is you. But you have to think about Hashem. Think about Him too. What does He want me to do now? You see? Hashem wants me to do 613 mitzvot. Very nice. I know mitzvot. Wait 1 second. Because you ask one question in the middle, and you ask another, and we go to something else, and let's answer one by one. Para. She knows what I mean. One cow at a time. The cow comes, we take the milk, next. No. So now, you understand? Now, Kadosh Baruch Hu, okay, He gave us the commandments, okay. Yes, I'm a Jewish woman, I have to do the candles, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this, I cannot eat this, I cannot do that. So I know all the mitzvot. But there is also, this is the mitzvot that Hashem commanded in the Torah. See, the Torah, beautiful. But now there's also the mitzvot that He did special for you. Special. Yeah, only for you. For Mariam, for Ronit, for Shahnaz, right? Shahnaz?
Yes.
Only for you. Like Avraham Avinu. Avraham Avinu kept the whole Torah. He kept all the mitzvot. Let's say, those that say that he did. Let's say those that don't, he did Berit Milah, he did this. But then he had special, Avraham, I have a special mitzvah for you. What's the mitzvah? Lech lecha. Go. Go. Leave your home. Leave. This is the most difficult thing for us.
Yeah, everybody has unique
Mitzvah.
yeah?
And this is, a person has to think, what does Hashem want me to do in this situation? What does Hashem want me to do today? What does Hashem want me to do this week? What does Hashem want me to do? Where does He want me to, what does Hashem? I'm having difficulty with my son. I'm having difficulty with my daughter-in-law. I'm having difficulty with my father. I'm having difficulty with this. How does Hashem want me to act here?
It's very hard.
Very hard. This is where Hashem will appear.
Yeah.
You have to make your ego. What does He want?
Yeah. Excuse me, ego the same as
Translate ego. Translate. No. Well. Chametz. 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 Ego is imena nili mili. Hillel said, if I'm not for me, then who is for me? I have to. I mean, I cannot become a mat. You know a mat?
Yeah.
You know the mat door? Everybody step on it? No, this is not it. No, you have to have a healthy ego. But the ego, the minute it goes to, there's like a balloon. It's no room for nothing. There's no room. You have to say, wait a minute, I want this. This is what I want. I want to do this. But maybe Hashem is not what He wants. But I'm hurt. Okay, so take one day, take a couple of days. My son did something very hurtful. Okay, I'm going to take a break from him. Take a break, a couple of days, a few days. Let the pain go out. Let the anger go out. Don't react from anger. Then, what does Hashem want me to do in this situation?
Give it time.
Give it time. What does He want me to do? I'm upset. Why are you upset? Because, okay, so maybe you have to let go. Start letting go. Maybe I can't. Okay, then you better. Maybe what about if you take a little more time? What about if you act as if you are letting go, even though you still have some? The fact that you act as if you're letting go will help you to let go. That in itself. And this is the most difficult thing. So there's the Torah, mitzvot, u'ma'asid, everything is there. That we have to do. But then, which way we're going? Where we're going, what does Hashem want me to do every second? Everything. What does Hashem want me to do?
How do you answer your own question? I mean, I ask this question now. I'm really not sure what I'm supposed to do the next step. What Hashem wants me to do.
Yeah,
I
how
know
can we
it's-
find out?
Mhm.
Right? How can we find out?
Exactly.
So this is what I'm saying. The more you minimize the ego,
It comes to you.
the more clear it is. Because you react from the ego. We react from the ego. Me, why he said that to me, why he did that to me, and why did he call me this, and why was it, he wasn't considerate, he was rude, he reacted, why to me? Okay, it's all true. But now how are you going to react to that? That, you have to say, well, maybe it's Hashem speaking to me. They were rude to me. He was rude to me because maybe I was rude to somebody else like this.
What did I do that it happened?
What did I do that it happened? You see, now you're making your ego. What about the side? Not you. It's about, let's look at the whole picture. Not only from, what, me? Let's look at the whole picture. Why did it happen to you? You see? So I was in a group of WhatsApp from all the cousins, and my brother was always in this group, always attacking me and embarrassing me and saying, and I said, listen, I'm leaving the group. I leave the group. I had enough. I didn't speak to my brother years. I left the group. Then one day my son says to me, my son is in the group. He's his older cousin and says, why don't you go back to the group? He says, why should I go back to the group? To get insulted? You see? But then he said, but I heard one of your class and you said that this is like chametz, And you have to think why, if you find chametz in Pesach, it's terrible you find chametz. But why did you find chametz? Why is there chametz there? You understand? Usually the people that trigger you the most, trigger? Know what trigger? They know. Those are the people that will help you fix your neshama the most.
Your accountant, your lawyer.
Yeah. They're the shadow. You know the shadow?
Yes.
Is the shadow in the subconscious.
They remind you what you did.
Exactly. And you buried you don't want to face the music. So you bury it in the shadow, in the subconscious. Now they're bring it forward.
Yeah. So
Now you have to deal with it. Why does it bother me so much? Insulted? Okay. It's his problem. Why do I have to react? I say, yeah, you're right. No, you're right. I'll think about it. I'll work on it. I'm going to look into it. We'll talk about it. Let's talk about it. We'll talk about it. This is the most difficult work. This is the work. So you have the mitzvot, so now the galut is we don't do the mitzvot. So what does Hashem do? This is galut. He brings a person like this to remind you. He brings a situation. This is galut.
Yeah.
But Am Yisrael, he does it on a national level. So he brought 4 galuyot. He took us out. First, we went doing Retzon Hashem. He took Bavel. The Babylonians came, boom, destroyed the temple, took us to Bavel. We had to go to another place to fight. And then we came back. We fixed it. Okay, we fixed it. We came back. Now we came back again. And this happens all the time. Don't think, I fixed this, and I'm perfect. No, you're going to fall again. All the time. This happens constantly. Galut is all the time. Why? Because we have 4 galuyot. We have the Babylonian galut for Am Yisrael. But what is happening to Am Yisrael is happening to you, to Mariam and to Ronit and to Shanaz and to me. It's happening on a personal level. So we have the Babylonian Empire. That was the first one. Bavel means confusion, bilbul. We come to the confusion. We go into confusion, Bavel. Paras is Persia, Iran, Paras. Yes. What is Paras? Paras means a price, means materialism.
Really?
A lot of money, a lot of, good food, Hashverosh, he threw good kebab, kalapache, everything big, Yeah, big party is big, I need a lot of materialism. That's the second one. It takes us into there. The Neshama cannot take it. Too much. Then comes Yavan, Greece. Greece is the darkness. That's why we have Hanukkah. Yes? And then comes Rome. Rome. So first is Bavel. So it's hinted in Bereshit. It's hinted in Bereshit. The Midrash Rabbah says these 4 galuyot, Hashem had them prepared because it's like the minute Am Yisrael goes off, it starts, taking all the. I want to take the benefits, but I don't want the responsibility. Give me the benefits. What is the benefit? I'm Jewish. Good. I have great mind. All the Jewish, they all have the, Nobel Peace Prize. right? I go good business. I'm good in business. I'm good in school. I go to universities. Oh, the Jews go to university. I get to take control of the banks. I take control of this. There is some truth to that.
It is.
Yeah. And the Goyim, they hate you. Why do they hate you, the Goyim?
Because they're jealous.
Why they hate you? Because instead of you bringing them back to Hashem, they're looking and say, oof, these guys, all they want is money. All they want is materialism. They want just to be themselves. I'm a clique. I'm a little clique. I'm cliquish. You know? I'm an elite. And everybody else is... That's what Hitler did. The other side, Amalek, is the same. Hitler said, we are the elite now. Oh, yeah? And now we are the elite. Elite? Say elite in Persian. Mukhbe. We are the elite. We are the... We're going to conquer the world, make everybody avadim. We're going to conquer Russia, the land. We're going to live off the fat of the land, and everybody's going to be our servants, our slaves. That's what Hitler wanted to do. That was the plan. 1,000-year Reich. 1,000 years. The Untermensch, the Superman. Yeah, the Aryan, the German. We are the top people. It was the other side of the Kedusha. Kedusha, Hashem says, yes, you're the chosen people. You're the best people. You're the super people. For what? Not to make the world slaves like Hitler, to do good for the people. Yeah. It's okay to have a good mind, Nobel Peace Prize. You bring a cure for cancer. That's good. That is good. You want to bring a cure for cancer. I don't want to make money. I don't want kavod. I don't want money. I want just people to be cured in cancer. That gives me... Yeah, it means... You know what it means to come to this life and you found a cure for cancer? You die and you say, okay, I died, but look what I did. You know, I did so much good. Thank God. It was good life. I'm glad I came to this life. I am satisfied more than money, more than kavod, more everything. Money goes, kavod goes. Hashem melech hakavod. What kavod? You go, the worms eat you up. But this I say, I did something good for humanity. You see?
Yes.
I bring the world back to Hashem. Wow, I'm Israel, right? But so we have the tools, we are greater, we are much better than everybody else, because we're going to do something much better than everybody else. Everybody else is going to be doing just for themselves, and we're going to do something for humanity. That's why we have it. But if we indulge in it and we use it for ourselves, they're going to hate us because we're not bringing them back to Hashem. And Hashem says this, I put 4 galuyot, you go out, suffer, and now you come back. You see?
Yeah.
First was people started doing Avodah Zarah, Bnei Israel started doing Avodah Zarah, they go to Bavel, confusion, where there was Avodah Zarah, right? That's where Avraham Avinu was,
Yes.
in Bavel, all the way up north. So that's fixed. Now you come back. Now what happened? Too much materialism. Go to Persia. Go to Persian Empire. They take over. Right? Now what? Now the Greeks. Oh, I want to be beautiful. I need to be beautiful. I have beautiful body, beautiful no berit milah, because why? It's natural, it's beautiful. The Greeks didn't want to destroy us. It wasn't like the Persians. Haman wanted to destroy us completely. Swallow you up.
Yeah.
Kill you. Kill every Jew. That's Amalek. Right? That's Esav also. Esav was the same. Yeah. Well, Esav was a mixture, but Esav is... where does it say in the Torah these 4? Va'aretz haita tohu is Babylon. Vavohu. Tohu means... Chaos. Bilbul, confusion. Vohu means there's something in it. What's in it? Materialism. Vohu, ta'avot, desires. That's Persia. Vechoshech is Greece. That's what it says in Midrash. Al penei tehom, on the face of the deep, is Rome. So you have these 4 galuyot, and Hashem put them there to bring us back.
Excuse me, I don't understand what's happening in Rome.
Rome is Al penei tehom, the Roman Empire.
What's mean that?
That's the Galut. You had the Romans. They destroyed the second Bet
They
HaMikdash.
did us.
They destroyed the... But why is it called the face on the deep? The Greeks, why is it choshech? Because they want to find an alternative culture. They don't want to destroy the Jews. No, they want to make them Greek like them. You become like us.
Well,
Assimilation.
that they wanted to destroy us spiritually.
Through assimilation. Through becoming like them. They want to swallow us by becoming like them. That's assimilation.
Not to do themselves.
Like Dreyfus. You know Dreyfus? You know who was Dreyfus?
I heard about him, something I don't remember.
You know Dreyfus? No. He was a captain in the French artillery, 1890s, late 1800s. And this is the beginning of Zionism. How did Zionism, modern Zionism I should say, how did it begin? There was this guy called Dreyfus. He was a Jew in France. In Paris this happened. And he said, I know why the Goyim, they hate us, because we're always separating and making ourselves separate and elite. If we become like them, they will love us. So he became like them. He married a Goya. He went to church. He changed his name from Abraham to Alfred.
Yes.
You know, like this. So he said, nobody, you see now, although they love me, but the Goyim, they don't forget you, that you're a Jew. Soon they steal all the plans for the artillery high command, and they don't know who stole them. Who stole them was the cleaner. The cleaner, she took the papers. She used to clean, she used to work for the Germans, 1890 something. Took from the garbage all the papers, all the plans, everything. She took them, everything she found, she could take. They gave her a lot of money. But they said there's somebody, a spy in the artillery high command. Who is it? Who is it? They don't know, but there's a command. They know everything. How do they know everything? They know everything. Must be the Jew. They pick Dreyfus. They don't forget. You see, Hashem has a sense of humor. They pick him. Tell him, come here, you're Jewish. Come here. They put him in public. They take, shoom, boom, shoom, boom. They put him in court. They take him to court and they accuse him. And they spit on him. You're Juif, Jew. Who was in the court? Who was in the court? Of a newspaper man from Austria. Taking everything. Who was there? Herzl. Yeah, Herzl, he said, wow, look how they hate the Jews. And he's innocent, there's no proof, doesn't matter. He's a Jew, he's a scapegoat. We must create a state of Jews, a country for Jews. That's how it started. And a few years later in Basel, in Switzerland, they had the first Zionist Congress with Theodor Herzl. That's how it started. So that's how it started. So you see, they didn't forget this guy was a Jew, this guy. So anyway, so these four galuyot, you know, now it's called the Greeks. So the Greeks, they say, you be like us, you assimilate. This is a real darkness. Because what you're saying is, like Dreyfus, the reason why they hate us is because we're not like them, so we become like them. There is the true enlightenment. Science, philosophy, the beauty of the body, the beauty of art. Beautiful. Greece is a beautiful culture. You know, the statues they had and everything, you know, it was all Avodah Zarah anyways, but it was very exalted, you know, Greek philosophy, you know. And then it was taken over, so this instead of the Torah. That's the greatest darkness. Why is it darkness? You go in the dark and you see this, and you say, "Oh, there's a person," and you touch. Oh no, it's not a person. It's a piece of furniture. Oh, but I thought it was a man. And you see a column, and you think it's a man, but it's a column. And then you see a man, and you think it's a column, you know, because you're in the darkness, so you can't differentiate what is the true chokhmah.
Yeah, he forgot Hashem.
Yirat Hashem, chokhmah is Yirat Hashem. Science is good too. Yes, but there's no contradiction. And then what happened was that Hashem said, okay, but each of these galuyot, they can only be for certain time, they cannot keep going on. Because I don't want them to be that powerful for themselves. So Babel is 1,000 years. Let's say, for example, Persia is 1,000 years. Greece is 1,000 years. Rome, oh, wait a minute, what if they don't do Teshuvah, the Jews? So we say Rome is a galut, but it's changing all the time. So it never gets too powerful. For example, the Romans, they oppressed us militarily. They came with the army and they killed us and they killed Bar Kokhba and they killed everybody and destroyed the temple and everything, right? Then the Romans, down the drain. I don't want to make them that powerful. We didn't do Teshuvah yet. We need a galut. So what's going to be the galut? The Roman Catholic Church. They took over from the Romans. That's why they're called the Roman Catholic Church. Why is it called the Roman Catholic Church? Jesus didn't walk in Rome. He walked in Bethlehem, in Israel, Yerushalayim. Why is it called the Roman? What's it with the Romans and the church? Why? Because Christianity became, Rome transformed into Christianity. And now they oppressed us not militarily, they oppressed us spiritually. They want to convert us by force. And if not, we burn you. Take the money away. The Inquisition. The Catholic Church became very powerful. You know, the Pope was more powerful than all the kings. The king would maneuver, would decide who was going to be king in England, who would be king in Spain, who would be king in France. Tremendous power. Now, after a while, now the Pope died. After a while, Christianity gets again transformed, gets synthesized into something else. To what? Western civilization, America, Western world, right? They're going to oppress us also. How are they going to oppress us? They're not going to kill us. No, they become our friends. They're not going to persecute us religiously, no. But they're going to give us money, lots of money. So much money that without them we cannot defend ourselves against the Arabs. But they're going to say, you know, this land, you cannot take it, it's not yours. Yehuda v'Shomron, West Bank, where is a Jewish land, is where everything happened in the Torah. No, this is for the Palestinians, not for you. You see? We have a Geulah, or Hashem brought us back after 2,000 years to Yerushalayim, to Eretz Israel. Yes. Esav is still on the side. Taking. No. This, no. This, yes. This, no. Now it's changing. That's how you know Mashiach is coming, because you have Trump. Now that's changing. Trump says he's more than us. He says, throw out all the Palestinians. The left wing and the left, progressive in Israel, they say, no, that's, genocide. And they're like, Trump says, no, the poor guys, send them to Canada, send them here, send them to Ethiopia, there, it doesn't matter where, just send them out. Send them out. And the Palestinians said, yeah, most of them, we have 40,000 now, they want to go, we're ready. Of course.
Jewish president.
Of course they go. But that's because in Israel we have Erev Rav. You see, we have a part that came out from Mitzrayim with us is still there. And they're worse than Esav, but Esav is doing Teshuvah. How do we know Esav is doing Teshuvah? That galut. That's why it's called, we have Tohu, Avohu, Vechoshech, that's Greece. And Esav is called Al Pene Tehom, on the face of the deep. Why? Because that galut is still going. It's the deepest of all of them. You understand? Like the sea. It's very deep. This galut of Esav is going deep, but it's changing every time. Yes. Why? Because Hashem says, the Bnei Israel is not doing Teshuvah. Yeah. So I need the galut to push them.
Excuse me, we have galut until Mashiach comes, right?
Yeah.
Until Mashiach comes, no more galut.
Maybe we do Teshuvah and then we don't need galut and Mashiach comes before the time. But the way it's going,
is that?
We need the galut, right? So here in this Tehillim, 4 times it says Ad Anna. You see in Pasuk Bet. Ad Anna Hashem tishkacheni l'netzach. Ad Anna 2 times. תסתיר את פניך ממני. ג' עד אנה אשית את צור בנפשי ירון וברבים ארצה. עד אנה ירום אויבי עליי. Until when, 4 times. You see? That's the 4 galuyot. עד אנה. Until when we need galut? When we're going to learn the lesson? That we don't, if we learn the lesson, we don't need galut. It's finished. You see? But the galut is going. You see that Trump don't want galut anymore. The opposite is helping us. You see? But if the Jews are fighting, then Trump says, okay, let me make peace with Iran. Maybe we can make a deal. No, he wants to make a deal with Iran. What happened? So well, the Jews are cooled off. They don't want to attack Iran. So I'm going to also make peace with them. They don't want to transfer. In May, Trump is coming to Israel. He's going to say, why didn't you send the Palestinians out of Gaza? We don't know. Well, but I told you, if Trump says, okay, do it. What are you waiting for?
Yeah.
You see? Trump says, well, the Jews, they're not very excited about sending the Palestinians away. Maybe we take the advice of the Egyptians and bring the other Palestinians from the West Bank and make a Palestinian state here. Because Trump just wants sheket, he wants quiet. He wants to make peace. He doesn't want trouble. The Jews don't want to send the Palestinians away. Let's do what the Egyptians wanted to do. Let's bring Abu Mazen, and he can make a Palestinian state there. Of the more moderate Palestinians, like they're better than these guys. It's a joke. They're just as bad.
It doesn't work.
Of course not. But the Jews don't move it. They gotta move it. They gotta do it. Why isn't the government doing it? Dilly-dally. Because the Erev Rav, the left wing, they're going up in arms because they know that the Supreme Court, which are the Erev Rav, the left wing, they're going to come and say, no, that's illegal. You cannot send, it already said it, you can't send the Arabs away. That's deportation. No, but they want to go. It's their own will. They want to immigrate. It's immigration. You see? No, we don't deport. That's like deporting the Jews from Germany.
Why do you think?
You see? Under that veil. So we have that Erev Rav there. That's the problem. But anyways, this Tehillim is talking about the Galut. The Galut of Am Yisrael. Now you know what is the Galut. Now this is the Galut. Now you know the Galut. And then we have the personal Galut. And David is going to talk about the personal Galut. How we have to, by saying this Tehillim, it helps us with our personal Galut.